Guys, welcome back and happy Halloween. I bought something really cool here. This is the Grim Reaper Scythe. Now this thing right here is massive. It is 70 inches. It's so big, in fact, it comes in two pieces right here. And then this piece right here, which threads in, this piece, which threads into the actual pull end of the scythe. You'll notice that these threads right up in here are much more quality and well made than the other thing. Those threads were not very thick, and it actually stripped as it went in. So I've got it threaded in here. As you can see, it threads in real nicely. You can tell by the line, but you see it's threaded in and it stays in. It doesn't strip either. See, I can unscrew it and screw it back in just fine. The threads are perfectly made. That's how threads should be, where they go in, they come back out, no problem at all. The gap in here, you won't even notice. Like I said, this thing is 70 inches. It is massive. And what's interesting is when I got it, I actually had to assemble it. You see, up in here, there are two bolts, which I had to screw in, and with two nuts here on the back side. You see two nuts, and the only thing I can see is there's a bit of spacing. You can hear it, which causes it to wobble a bit. Now, during a strength test, I'm worried that this might cause it to shatter because it's wobbly. We'll just have to see how it goes. For around the same price as the other spear weapon, which again I'll show you here, it's not bad. In fact, I would almost say it's better well made. It does have, as you can tell, interesting texture. They went for the rustic look on the actual blade of it and the nice, good pointed tip. If this thing is hardened correctly, it is one scary weapon. The Grim Reaper himself uses this to rip the souls out of his victims. So this thing is a perfect weapon for Halloween. It might even make a good decoration. Let's go find out how strong this is. Okay, we're outside and the chickens are clucking. Now the edge they did put on this, if you can tell, is sharp. It's just not as sharp as I want it to be. But we'll see if it's able to cut through this big long box that came in. Can't cut through that, right? Probably can't cut through anything. Let's see. I said this thing is massive, so there we go. Ooh. Wow. Never mind then. I guess the edge is pretty good on that. Cut through that like butter. You know. Woo! How about them apples? Dang. Alright, so we're going to test out the strength now. Like I said before, I'm a bit worried with how wobbly it is. This thing might break into a million trillion pieces. That's why. Safety first. Let's get this show started. Thinking 3 and then a couple stabs just to test that point. Like I said, I'm guaranteeing this is probably going to snap here. As you can tell, it's pretty loose. We'll see. Fingers crossed, right? Ooh. Damn. Oh, it's stuck in the good. So I recommend these. These are cut-proof gloves. Anytime you're using some sort of blade, it'd be good to have them. See if you can pull this out. Again, this isn't pretty deep. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Ah, there we go. Whew. That is in there pretty deep. I'm gonna do one more. Then we'll try the actual blade of it. It didn't snap, which is good. So, not over yet. Man, that is, ooh, that is pretty damn good. Cut clean into that. You can see no tip damage at all. It's still sharp as it was. And it has come loose a little more. As you can tell, it's pretty loose now. Like I said, I was worried before about the actual spacing of this. I'm guaranteeing this is going to snap, so. But if it breaks beautifully, right? Alright, here we go. I think swipes like that, because how long this is. Alright, 2 more. One more. See if I can hit it square this time. And this is just so long that I have to like do it at a weird angle, so. This is right. Well, as far as edge damage, there's a little bit of glinting. It's not too bad. Let's see how sharp it is now that it's done with the hard stuff. All right, got a Frankenstein pumpkin here. Let's see if it's got any edge left to it. And get a couple stabs like that, and then a couple slices. Good. Oh, yep, it's stuck on there. And it's stuck good. Take a look at that. That was stuck in there. Damn. Oh yeah. Once again, stuck to the point where I can't even get it out. Ugh. Okay, now let's do a couple of slashes just to see how sharp the edge is. Look at that. Took the top right off. Nice and clean. That's a sharp edge. Oh, missed. Take a look at this. Yeah, did that to the wood. Once again, taking off the top and cutting even deeper. This thing really is sharp. It just didn't feel like it. It's got what's called an axe edge. That is great for chopping. Holy moly. Right up in here. Ooh, missed. Yep. Well, it's definitely sharp. As you can tell, it cuts that thing right in half. And that was a pumpkin. They're heavy and they're thick. All in all, it's pretty decent. What that worries me is every time you can see, if it'll focus, right up in here, it takes a little bit of off the tape because it's not held in only but these two screws. So the manufacturer, one thing they could do is fill this gap with a spacer. It's a little piece that goes in between the space, in between the guard and the weapon, so it stops it from moving as much. Because what's effectively happening is every time I swing, it bounces up, hits that, and comes down, making more space, making more friction, and more chance of breaking. So if I were them, I'd really focus on making some kind of spacer to fit in the top of that, so that way it doesn't wiggle around. But other than that, it is very sharp, it's very pointy, and it is heat treated correctly. As you can tell, no edge damage. It's just that one thing could cause it to break because it wiggles. That's what I would fix if I was them. If you like what you see, consider subscribing. It really helps. Enjoy.